that was the general gist of it. When they say taglines like, we're all going to have to do our part, which means we, the taxpayer, the minions, we've got to do our part.
We've all been lied to our whole lives. Can't you bloody tell? Across the ocean.
Well, hello, you gorgeous mother truckers, and welcome to another video. Isn't it weird? I actually went out this morning and did the video on Rachel Reeves, completely unaware of the fact that Rachel Reeves herself was doing a pre-budget speech where she was going to tell us some stuff. I didn't miss a lot, did I? I mean, basically, she stood there for 20 minutes. I've watched it now. She stood at the podium with the usual brand new buzzwords and taglines which mean nothing. And in reality said sweet fuck all, basically. I see some Labour support. Oh, she had to come out of that because people are making stuff up about the budget. Well, to be fair, people have been making stuff up about the budget for as long as the budget has been existing. It's nothing new. What she did manage to do is, by doing what she did, was pretty much say, I'm going to tax you all to oblivion, and pretty much all the speculation is correct. That was the general gist of it. When they say taglines like, we're all going to have to do our part, which means we, the taxpayer, the minions, we've got to do our part and pick up the slack for everybody else's fuck ups. That's, so that means we're going to get taxed to oblivion. I mean, I don't see the point of standing there talking about the budget, but whenever asked about the budget, well, I'm not going to tell you the budget now. So what was the point in that? Well, one of the points, of course, was to begin to lay the foundations, because she likes using foundations, but not the foundations of improving Britain and making it better. The foundations of the fact that I did kind of tell you I was going to fuck you over. So we can take this as the lubricant round the asshole before she shafts us royally up it. To listen to the Labour supporters, no, honestly, there are still a few of them, and they're very vocal on X, literally talking absolute shite, is unbelievable. The fact that Ms. Reeves decides to blame anyone and everything, and I touched on this in the earlier video, but to blame everybody else. I mean, as Nick Ferrari quite rightly said, I'm surprised, as it's almost the 5th of November, she didn't blame Guy Fawkes for not blowing up Parliament. You see, we live with a Labour government whose sole purpose in life is to completely and utterly screw everything up and blame everybody else. The budget that's coming, and I was asked a question while I was away on holiday and I did answer, yes, of course I'll be covering the budget and what it will mean for the rest, for us. Not for them lot who don't live in real world. Us lot who live in the real world, who have to put up with the amount of insane shite that we have to put up with. But I'm expecting, well, she did the announcement and originally said, well, nothing's happened. The pound didn't move and the markets didn't move by a little bit. Well, about an hour after, the pound started to drop and so did the markets. Because no one has any confidence in her whatsoever. Everybody is literally expecting Armageddon. Everyone is literally expecting the worst thing possible. Everybody is expecting end of days, financially especially. They all bang on about, oh, you know, the last Conservative government did this, and this, which again is cherry picking fiction. Yeah. Oh, the interest rate was up to 11%. Well, yeah, because that was just after COVID when the entire economy stopped. You see, if you want to take your time, you can cherry pick anything out of anybody. The simple truth of the matter is, when it all comes down to it, yes, the Conservatives made a mess of it. But in reality, if you look throughout history, the one party that has a 100% track record of completely and utterly screwing up and destroying a country's economy, it's Labour. And they're going to do it again. Because if even half of what has been rumoured comes out, we're finished. We will literally be in a 1920s depression before you know it. Not good, is it really? But a lot of us were warning. Even old Rishi Sunak did tell you were going to get taxed to oblivion. And you few that actually went out and voted for Labour, especially those who did it to stick one to the Tories, I'm sure you're really proud of yourselves right now. I'm sure you're really enjoying the benefits of voting in a psychotic government that hates its people and wants us all poor. Any case, enough of that. Ways to support the channel down below. If you like what I'm saying and agree with what I'm saying, hit the subscribe. If you want to upset a member of the left waffer, hit the subscribe button. Totally free. Doesn't cost you a penny. Don't forget to ding the bell and select it all. And YouTube probably won't tell you any case, but at least you've made the effort. You can like, you can share, you can comment. If, because of the YouTube AI bot deletes them on a regular basis, you really want to talk to me, coming up in a puff of blue smoke is gobstertalks@yahoo.com. That's the email address where you can get in contact with me if you so desire. I do read them and I will eventually get back to answering you. Just got to give me a bit of time. In any case, enough of that. So, I'll catch you in the next one.
You said to me that you can't stand the world you're living in no more. I can't say